Hey guys, Tonic here. Today we are on the PTS server and we're going to take a look at the brand new Fallout Worlds update coming in September. So right off the bat I hit play and you are greeted with an entirely different section. We have adventure mode, we have private adventure, then we also do have the new addition of Happy Builder as well as custom world. Now custom world and private adventure are still going to be Fallout First exclusives, however the Happy Builder area right here and the adventure are going to be open to all players. So the Happy Builder thing is actually kind of interesting. This is going to be a series of rotating worlds, and what I mean by that is for right now it is Happy Builder, but I believe on a monthly basis this is going to change. So we actually have a look at some of them that will be coming up on this page. We have the Butcher's Delight, which is going to be just go in here and kill everything possible. You have unlimited ammo, VATS AP cost is disabled, then also extreme dismemberment, so pretty much just a place to take out all of your anger, I guess. We also have the Dweller Must Die, which is like a survival type thing, so players deal reduced damage, they also receive increased damage, and the enemy difficulty is also increased. So that is just like kind of like your Fallout 4 survival mode. Then we have the Happy Builder. Happy Builder is going to have you be able to place your camp anywhere on the world, even in cities like Watoga and Charleston. Also, relaxed restrictions on building. All map locations will be travelable, and PvP is going to be disabled. So this one is pretty much just get in here and build something crazy. So we also do have the high risk game mode, and the high risk one is more in the lines of Fallout 76's survival mode that we used to have, where there's open PvP. Anybody that you see on the map you can kill, you don't need to shoot them and they have to shoot back. There is none of that. It's just like, think of it like DayZ, I guess. And we also do have fast traveling is disabled, and players will be dropping additional loot on their deaths. Then we also do have a quantum world, and this one seems to be like it's going to be just something really fun to play with, just something very casual and not to be taken seriously at all. It has maximized jump height, fall damage is disabled, nuked creatures and flora, and permanent quantum storm weather effects. I'm not too sure what the quantum storm weather effects are, but with the addition of the custom world, I am going to be able to go in here and turn on the quantum storm. So let's get started with the world editing. And I know that this video is kind of boring so far, but a lot of this update does revolve around menu settings, so I'm going to try and get through these as fast as possible. So here you have the custom world. I can hit edit, new custom world, I'll just type test for the time being, and here we can edit our world. So we have the edit name, we have edit world settings, edit your world description, and select world image. So on the world image you have all sorts of different perk images, so we'll just pick a random one here. And then there you go. You can also edit your description, which will be right here, but there's really no need for me to show that. Edit world settings is kind of where all of the magic happens. So right on the workshop, you have free workbench crafting, camp height, relaxed camp placement, camp power, free building, camp radius, camp budget, and relaxed building restrictions. So I will put all of these up just because I do kind of want to see how that all works. Combat, equipment durability, legendary mod effects, proximity enemy spawn, difficulty, PvP rules, nuked flora and creatures, VATS and melee AP cost, dismemberment, ragdoll behavior, infinite ammo, damage received, and damage dealt. You can change all of these. Now this one I think is one of the biggest ones. You can basically turn on legendary weapons in your server. So if you want like a very hardcore dedicated survival server, you can actually turn these off. Also proximity enemy spawn kind of spawns little waves of enemies around you. You can change the difficulty of the enemies all the way up to nuclear, which is like super hard. I already tried it. And then you also have easy. PvP rules, you can also set that. So if you see somebody, you can engage into combat with them without having to kind of agree to PvP. Then also in your general settings, you have weather, jump AP cost, jump height, power armor drain, visual filter, drop additional loot on death, fast travel map locations, and fall damage. So when you are done editing your world, this is kind of what the little thing will look like. I have some camp building stuff because I want to test the free building of camps. I also have the ragdoll behavior all the way up because I want to see what that looks like. I have the proximity enemy spawn on. Damage dealt I have all the way up and their difficulty all the way down just so I don't struggle with enemies while recording and kind of trying to show things. Then we have the weather on the quantum storm so that you can all see what that looks like. So here we are on the worlds with the quantum storm in full effect, and the damage should be at nuclear, so we should be able to push 1,000 damage in one shot. That is nuts, and the ragdoll effects are pretty wild as well. And then there was a random enemy spawn. So let's fast travel over to Watoga and try out these brand new building restrictions. So here we are in Watoga, and it honestly does look really sick with the quantum storm in full effect. So I guess let's go around here and try and place a camp. So it will actually let me place right in the middle of the city. And I would assume that I can build like normal too. Yeah, so I can just go ahead and start building right in the middle of Watoga. that is going to allow for some really unique stuff. I am actually super stoked for that. And it seems like the random enemy spawns around you are going to be ghouls in this area. And one thing I did notice is that based on where you go, the enemy spawns are going to be different. So while I was around the Grafton Dam, I was getting super mutants that kept spawning around me. And around here, it seems like I will be getting ghouls. But I kind of want to go up somewhere high, which I believe over here is an elevator. Yeah, this max damage is so satisfying. But yeah, I want to go up really high, so I kind of want to try and build a camp on the rooftops up here. So we are now in the upper part of Watoga, and we are still able to build. So I can actually just go and build an entire little bunker up here. And I guess with the wave spawning on, I honestly could build like a little wave defense area and just try and hold out for as long as I can, which I feel like is actually kind of a fun thing to do with this game mode. So I feel like that might be like a little fun challenge you and your friends can do, where you just go and build some bunkers and just hold out for as long as you can. And that is honestly only the tip of the iceberg when it comes to things that you can do with these settings. There are so many possibilities, and the community is going to create so many cool things with this. Now, with all that being said, I do honestly think that this is a great piece of endgame content, because when you are done with all of the quests and you're just tired of XP grinding, you can maybe go join that hardcore survival server for the month and just play a ton in that and have a lot of fun. You can maybe go in your private world, invite some friends, and do like wave defense or things like that. It really does add for a lot more casual playing, which I think is going to be a really good thing long term. However, that does come with a worry, and that also does come with a suggestion that I would like to make. Now, my main suggestion for this is to add a community server browser. Now, I'm not sure if many of you are familiar with these Source games. I really hope you are, like Team Fortress 2 and Counter-Strike. They are great games, but they have a community server browser. So what you can do is you can host your own server, you can go into this community server browser, and you can search for servers that fit what you want to do. So if I want a team deathmatch, I can type for a team deathmatch server. If I want maybe a surf server, I can go and type for a surf server. If I want a zombie escape, I can go and type for a zombie escape, and it will bring up a list of people's servers that are created that I can join, and that allows for a lot of really cool things. Some people are dedicated server hosts where they will run their own servers, they'll make discords for their servers, they'll have little events on their servers, and their servers become their own communities. So for example, if I want a dedicated PvP server, I could search on the server browser, find one with a nice rule set, a very nice community, and become a part of that community. I could join that server every night, play with a very similar group of people, and have a ton of fun. And I think that a lot of people would really enjoy that. And even then, if you need Fallout First to host the servers and kind of show that to everybody, I do think that that would boost Fallout First sales while still giving a really good reason to buy Fallout First. I don't really think too many people would be mad about buying First to become a host of your very own server that you could control and have a ton of people join. I really think that'd be a very cool thing. And then my main worry for this is new players seeing all of this. So we have all kind of grown with the game. Most of us have been here for a while, and we've seen the different currencies get introduced, we've seen the different things get introduced, and we've now seen different worlds get introduced. And to us, it's just a nice cool little thing, and it's no big deal. But to a new player that launches the game on day one, they're gonna see, the adventure world, the private world. They're gonna see this like Nuka Quantum world, or whatever that name was for that world, and then they're also gonna see the private custom world. So let's just say that they see the Quantum world and they think the thumbnail looks a lot cooler than the adventure world, so then they click that and they're immediately thrown into a world with a quantum store, and they're thrown into a world with unlimited AP, very high jumping, just all this chaos ensuing, and they're instantly confused. They don't understand what Fallout 76 is all about, and they will be like, what is this game? So I think maybe introducing a rank system where you will have to have rank 25 to see these worlds and to be able to join these worlds would be very beneficial to new players, because by rank 25 you have a lay of the land, you kind of know how the game works. You also will have some decent weapons and armor hopefully by that point, so then when they join these worlds they aren't just instantly thrown into chaos and extremely confused at what's happening. And the reason I say this all is because we as a community might disagree on legacy weapons being in the game, we might disagree with certain event rewards being RNG, but we can all agree that we want more players and we want this game's community to grow. So when we look at things like this coming, we don't just have to view it as us existing players, we do have to view it as the new players who will maybe get this game on Christmas, or maybe get it when the expeditions come out next year. And I just think it's really nice to keep those newer players in mind while discussing things like this. But that is pretty much it for this video, so I do want to give a massive thank you to everybody who stopped by and watched, and as always, a massive thank you to all of the channel members. Lanthar, Robert Kennard, Anna Reestes, Fallout McFly, Captain Awesome, Citizen Girl, Chad of Fallout 76 Podcast, SDeath93, Heather Henderson, Yosevated, Patrick Ruda, 23 Icefire, Jay Smith, Argent Deer, Bowser Double Fraying, Ice Cream Manny, Chris Decker, Theodore, Digital Aardvark, Lone Samurai OG, The Ethan Gaming, Christy Mellon Schwitz. You guys are amazing. I love you guys, and have a great day.